You know that feeling, right? You've got this amazing, brilliant, super detailed plan, but then you watch it just struggle to actually become a successful project. It's so frustrating, and it happens all the time. So in this explainer, we're going to dig into how to build that bridge between a great idea and a real-world win. It really is the million-dollar question, isn't it? You can have the most groundbreaking idea, the most perfect strategy on paper, but somewhere between the starting block and the finish line, things just seem to fall apart. So what's the missing link? What turns a good plan into a great success? Well, according to the source material we're looking at today, a guide called The Blueprint for Operational Mobilization and Delegation, the answer is actually pretty straightforward. It all boils down to mastering two fundamental pillars: the art of execution and the skill of delegation. All right, so let's jump right into that first pillar, mastering execution. This is all about getting out of the theoretical what of your plan and into the practical how and when. This is where things get real. So when this blueprint talks about execution, it's not just about, getting stuff done. It's way more specific than that. It's the actual process of building the systems, the specific procedures, and the concrete schedules that will turn your abstract plan into a series of clear, actionable steps for your team. So yeah, execution isn't just one big, vague idea. It actually breaks down into two really critical parts. First, you've got to set up your procedures. And second, you've got to establish your schedules. Let's take a quick look at both. Okay, so think of procedures as your project's playbook, or maybe it's recipe. They answer the questions of what exactly needs to be done and how it needs to be done right. This is huge because it gets rid of all the guesswork and makes sure everyone on the team is aiming for the same high standard. And if procedures are the recipe, then schedules are your kitchen timer. They provide the when. Having a solid schedule gives you a roadmap, right? It sets up all your milestones and your deadlines so you can actually track your progress, build momentum, and keep the whole project from going off the rails. All right, so you've got your procedures and schedules all dialed in. You've got the roadmap, but here's the thing, you can't do it all alone. And that brings us to our second equally important pillar, effective delegation. This is where you empower your team to really run with the plan. And this quote from the source material really hits the nail on the head. It says you have to learn different methodologies to delegate. See, that tells us that delegation isn't just about tossing tasks at people. It's a real skill with actual methods that you need to learn to make sure your project succeeds. And this right here is the key distinction. On one hand, you can delegate work. That's just assigning a specific task, please complete this report. But delegating responsibility, that's a total game changer. That's about entrusting someone with the ownership of the final result. You're giving them the authority to make calls and be accountable for the outcome. That is how you unlock your team's real power. So now we've got our two pillars standing tall: a rock-solid system for execution and an empowered, responsible team, thanks to smart delegation. So how do these two fit together to create that ultimate blueprint for success we're all after? It's this amazing synergy, this 1-2 punch. Execution gives your project the structure and clarity it absolutely needs to move forward. Meanwhile, delegation provides that deep sense of ownership that really fuels motivation, and it gives you the scale to tackle bigger, more ambitious goals. And together, they become the bridge that finally gets you from a plan on paper to a real-life success story. And honestly, if you take one thing away from this, let it be this: you need both. You just can't have one without the other. A clear path without an empowered team just leads to micromanagement and burnout. But an empowered team without a clear path, that just leads to chaos. You need both to win. So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with this question to think about for your own work. When you look at your team and your projects, where's your biggest opportunity to get better? Do you need to build more structure with clearer execution? Or do you need to build more ownership through better delegation? Figuring that out could be the very first step to turning your next great plan into an incredible reality. Thanks for tuning in.